And we're live.
Well, hello. All right, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this stream, YouPickGaming. This is the new game. It's called Wildspace, and it's going to be a wild time. We're going to have a lot of fun, or something very close to it. And there's not a whole lot that I want to say at the beginning. Just want to kind of get going. The only thing that I want to do before I just start is just like real quickly go through everybody, introduce characters, keep it kind of brief, name and description, and maybe like one sentence that you think kind of captures it, if you can, like the byline for your character, and then we'll just like bounce right into it. So we will start in Roll20 order, which is Miss Gwendolyn.
It's always me. Alrighty, my character is Gwendolyn. She is a high elven woman, very tall and lithe, with pale skin, pointed ears. She has waist-length platinum blonde hair, a very angular face, and the corners of her mouth always curve upward, so she is smiling more often than not. Her most prominent feature is her eyes, which are a bright and shining, unnatural golden amber color. And she carries a rapier and wears a wolf's head amulet around her neck.
Excellent, thank you so much. That's going to bring us to Crystallum.
So I am playing Crystallum, a warforged with various crystals sort of embedded throughout parts of his body. He or they or whatever, they have no idea what gender is, just make one up if you want. I don't know. They stand about 6 feet tall, and they have modified their faceplate to resemble a skull because they didn't choose the pirate life, the pirate life chose them.
Excellent, thank you. Vyncent.
Hello, I will be playing Vyncent, who is an aasimar. So due to that, he basically looks like a grayscale human. Gray skin, gray eyes, black hair, and to offset all that, he tends to wear very vibrant colors in his clothing.
Okay. Nope. Roshil.
Roshil, whatever. We'll learn as we go. I'm playing Roshil Satyan, also just called Rosh by everyone in 10 minutes. They are a Fire Genasi light cleric. Roshil has charcoal skin with spiraling cracks that glow from the heat of their internal fire. I can't speak today. In lieu of hair, red flame crowns their head. They wear the robes of their order, white robes with red lining and a shimmering gold interior. Otherwise, just fire everywhere.
So hot. Will take us to Bolster.
Hi there, y'all. Let's see. I'm playing as Bolster Valentine. He's a mousefolk artificer. He escaped a planet that he grew up on. Probably learn more about that later, but he's kind of brownish white fur, and he's kind of this brutally honest guy who is always working on techie stuff. That's Bolster.
Excellent, thank you. See you, Mensch Betty. That'll bring us to Pache. Just kidding. Pace.
I am playing Pace. She is a 6'5" horned tiefling. She's beefy. She's pretty frightening. Her teeth are sharp. Her eyes are slitted like a lizard, and they're a creepy yellowish color, like a lizard. She has a dino that mostly hangs out on her back. Looks kind of like a pterodactyl. He's 5 feet tall. She really likes animals and people, but people don't really like her because she's real scary. There we go.
All right, excellent. And I probably should have noted that this is a homebrew world-ish. as much as any one of them can be, I guess. We are a universe, and we are in space, and there are spaceships. And speaking of which, our adventure begins as the party is flying away from the planet Bentu. Their cargo hold in their ship, Arcturus, is full, carrying hundreds of bottles of spirits and other substances destined for the glacial anchorage. Unfortunately, the Bentuai, renowned for their brewing across the galaxy, they seem to have drawn the attention of the Purifiers, which is a radical order of ascetic monks who take violent action against any who trade in substances they deem impure and desecrate of the body. And so it seems they've caught wind of your little deal, and just as you begin to approach the arc stream that would take you into the next sector, 3 needle-like starships come out of the black, chasing you and opening fire on the Arcturus, pelting the hull with screaming ballistics that rock the ship violently. And we're going to go ahead and start initiative. Let's do it! And I should change the music. Because like, here we go. And everyone's I should open up the initiative tracker because I've done this before. All right. Excellent.
How did I do that wrong?
You
Hold
rolled
on.
with initiative or with advantage?
No, I'm supposed to have advantage on initiative.
Oh.
But the second one was supposed to be captain.
All right.
I'm
Woohoo!
gonna do that again.
Well, this one is...
Oh yes, also we didn't call them out. I got an 8 on initiative.
Oh yes, we yeah, that's fine. Well, we don't have to call initiative rolls because that will be made apparent very soon. That seems too much. So we're gonna start off the most quick to action, Gwendolyn, as the ship begins to be pelted by these blasts from starships screaming behind you. And I know sound doesn't travel to space, but that's not a cinematic, so screw you. There's sound in this space sometimes.
It's wild space.
It's wild space. Okay, so there are a couple of different things that you can do in ship combat rules, which we've all not much of us have gone over, but there are 2 railguns on this ship, okay? One on the top and one on the bottom. If you wanted to person one of those, you can do that, or you can help out with technical aspect. You can help out help out with the pilot, or do something else. But those are 3 additional special roles that you can take in ship combat.
Okay. I would like to very calmly, because Gwen does everything very calmly, make my way to one of the railguns.
Okay. All right. For simplicity, we'll say just they're both. Actually, instead of the top and the bottom, let's just say that they both have the same vantage point for each, because that will make things easier. So it does not matter which one you pick. So you strap yourself in, sit into this seat with this cracked leather, grasping the handles of this railgun. You turn it towards them. What would you like to do? There's a few different types of special attacks you can make, or moves.
Looking at the rules.
I should bring those up too and look at them while we're going over this. So what you can do is you can either take a shot at them, which is pretty self-explanatory. You can also choose to just hold your fire, which is basically like holding your action, and you can try to shoot their ballistics out of the air with opposed attack rolls. Or you can, with a penalty to your roll, you can try to target a specific system on one of the ships and try to disable one thing that they can do. Or give them other disadvantages.
My fighting style is generally very defensive, so I will hold and I will wait until they start to fire again.
Okay,
and
cool.
Try to use my weapon to protect us.
All right, so you activate Defensive Matrix. Nom nom nom. Okay, perfect. So that's going to take us to Pace.
All right, counterpoint to calm Gwen. Pace is going to sprint for a railgun.
Okay. All right. She does as well. The grips of the handles feel like a little bit small in your kind of like larger hands, but you got it. It feels sturdy though.
Good. And then I'm gonna shoot him.
All right. So you take a shot. Roll me just. I get is kind of because you're not proficient in this. No one is. Just do a dex check, basically,
all right,
which is just like a ranged attack without proficiency. Oh, yep, that's gonna definitely hit. So the damage.
I also have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't attacked yet. Not that it matters. But what if it's a natural 20?
Natural 20. Go for it. Why not?
Okay.
Why not? Oh, say the rules. I forgot about saying the rules. Okay, so she rolled an 18 first, which is a great roll. And then she rolled 11.
It would.
So yes, we'll take the first one. So just roll a d6. D6 is not a d6 does not equate to the type of damage a person would take. It's different for ships, so don't think of that. That's just 3 damage. It's like a lot more than that. All right, perfect. In your dex mod actually, so plus whatever 4. Oh 7. My god. Okay.
I'm real
fast. So yeah. And so you take a shot, and it sounds kind of like this, and it like launches out, smacks into a ship, and you hear this crunch as one of these golden knee-like ships begins to like spiral a plume of radiate, like just energy, kind of shooting off into space. It seems really damaged. He's barely kind of being able to keep up with everyone else. Nice shot. Well done. That's going to bring us to Rosh.
All right. Having probably just smacked my head on something really hard as soon as we lurched, I think I'm going to swing down to the engine room and try to give us a power boost to get out of here, or to help out our pilot.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see. So you do that, and you have to, I forget if you have to roll something.
It says a Wisdom Arcana check.
Oh yeah, so I'm not sure the best way to do that because I know it's normally an intelligence roll. So in roll 20 anyway.
Yeah.
Or if you're proficient, you can just like do a wisdom check and then add your proficiency bonus.
It would be the same thing if I did a perception check, so I could just do that because it'd be plus
perfect.
5 either way.
All right, do it.
So I'm proficient in Arcana.
Well done.
Okay. 24.
Yeah, I think that's gonna do. Let me see. Versus, wait. Oh, I moved the thing. So
it's DC 14.
Oh yeah. So cool. So what are you gonna do? Are you increase his speed, or are you gonna like give a bonus to the pilot or
I'm gonna
gunner?
I'm gonna give a bonus to the pilot.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you definitely make your way to the controls and begin pulling levers. Your just natural understanding of, well, actually not natural. This is your learned knowledge.
I take out a small sheet of paper that Bolster gave me on explaining how to work this thing, and I just start there and there.
So you take this knowledge, but you're able to kind of apply it in these interesting ways that is able to get just a little bit more maneuverability to the engines that Crystallum you can feel immediately. Just like the controls just feel a little bit easier in this kind of normally this rust bucket that fights you on most of the time. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, so that's going to bring us to Captain.
He's just gonna hang out with me and do nothing.
Okay, all right. So that's going to bring us to
Because he's a dinosaur.
the ships. So they're going to kind of careen in closer, and they're going to take a shot. I changed my mind. I am going to hide these rolls just because it I'll explain later. It doesn't matter right now. And 6 shots are going to come out. You're going to hear. And I'm just clicking them all at the same time. So,
Woof. No sound is scarier in space
oh,
than clicking.
okay. So the way I've calculated AC is so the ship's just going to be a base 10. Then I'm going to add 13, and then plus the pilot's dexterity bonus, which is in this case 0. These kind of all hit. Anyway. So and one of them's a natural 20. Okay, so let me just add up this damage real quick.
Okay, so because I'm in the defensive matrix, I
Oh,
get to use my reaction to
I
oppose
forgot about
one
that.
of them.
Thank you. All right, take it. Yeah, go for it. Just roll an attack roll or a dex check. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
Yep.
14.
That's gonna. Yep, you're gonna knock out one of them. So this one shot, you see it. There's so many that you have trouble tracking all of them, but you see one that's moving like towards your emplacement, and you draw the railgun right in the way. Take a shot, and it smashes into it, and sends kind of a cascading pattern of just fire contrailing out, saving the ship from a devastating blow. At least one of them. The other 5 do hit, however, and. I should have done a macro for this, but okay. 2 1s, 2 4s, and a 3. I'm determining which parts of the ship are getting hit right now. So 2 of them hit just in the front of the ship in the cockpit, and 2 hit in the cargo bay. And one of them hits a gunner emplacement. So for the gunner, both, we'll start with the gunners, Pace and Gwen. These shells smack into you and kind of rattle the hull, but otherwise there's nothing that you have to do. However, Crystallum, and is there anyone else who's in the cockpit currently? Vyncent or Bolster, are you in the cockpit?
Actually, Vincent probably would have been, considering what he was planning to do.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to need you both to roll a con save, and a dex save. So there's not. It's,
Hi, buddies. It's only started.
Got a 10 on my con save and a 12 on my dex save.
That's
Okay.
a nat 20 on the con save and a 17 on the dex save.
Okay, so what happens as these shells slam into the cockpit? The sound just shakes everything, and this loud clanging cascades on off of the walls, bouncing up. And for the time being, or for a round, no, not for a round, for the next minute, Crystallum, you were deafened. And as the shells hit, also fire begins to burst from the console. You both managed to get out of the way of it before it burns you, but there is now a fire in the cockpit that you will need to contend with. Vincent, you're fine on both of those. You managed to cover your ears in time and avoid the flames. So, cool. That's their turn. Oh, and you all hear sounds of the cargo hold kind of shaking in the back. Okay. is there anything that, for simplicity, I'm actually not. Let's not do animals or mechs on separate initiatives anymore. Let's just stop that right now. So I'm gonna put your actually. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Are you even on here? Did I skip you? No, you're not even on here. So you can take the MySpace thing for your initiative. Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right. So I'm gonna put your name. No, I can't put your name on there. All right. So you're going now, Bolster.
That's fine. Okay, so Bolster is probably gonna yell out something like, "Oh God, it's hotter than a pepper sprout out here," or something like that, and he's gonna run over to the, probably to the sensors console, and he's going to attempt to jam the enemy sensors.
Okay.
Make an intelligence/arcana check.
Yep. That seems like that will do. Oh, is it a contested roll?
Yes, it's against. It's versus the opponent's maneuver defense.
All right. I need our defense. Nope. Not even close.
All right.
So you're just like a little hacker war, like, or whatever it is. Yeah. All right. So what does that do again?
The target's next attack roll is made at a disadvantage.
Okay. Good to know. Perfect. Then that's going to take us to Vyncent. The cockpit is half on fire, and Crystallum seems to be a little bit shaken.
Okay. Would attempting to perform a jury rig also take care of the fire, or would the fire be its own action?
For all these actions, just remind me what they are, because I'm also I'm as new to them as you are.
Yeah, jury rig is Wisdom Arcana and
yes.
recover.
Sorry, just read it. Yes. Let's see. Wisdom Arcana. I would take like a different proficiency other than Arcana as well, but we'll say that.
I'm good with Arcana. I'm just wondering if I do a jury rig, is there still going to be fire, or would it take care of that as well?
Well, we'll see what your role is. But yeah, no, I would imagine that probably so, because the ship runs on magic. So if you're like manipulating it in a way that we could make sense for you to be able to at least stop the spread of the fire, if not get rid of it completely.
All right. So let's see. That's +1 for wisdom and +2 for proficiency. So 1d20 +3. That's a nat 1 for a total of 4.
I want to burn you. I want to burn you a little bit.
I kind of want you to.
All right, I'm going to burn you. I'm just going to burn you a
someone
little
clip
bit.
that line? I just want that.
I kind of want to burn you.
All right, so you're going to take 3 points of fire damage as you. So what happens as you reach in? You think that you're twisting something to negative, but you actually turn the dial to positive, and this flame just like roars higher, and it catches you off guard and gives you a little bit of a singe on your little handy poo. Yeah. I guess since okay. By the way, you all have bonus actions that are from your class, if those are relevant. I should have said that earlier. But I don't know if you do, Vyncent.
Let me double check my spells, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Crystallum. What's up, buddy?
I suppose all I'm doing is trying to put out this damn fire.
Okay. All right. So, how would you like to do that?
Have a quick think. I could just dump on it, but that'd probably be a bad idea. Okay, if for example I just like fired like a ton of cold energy at it, would that probably stop the fire?
It would stop the fire.
Okay, I'm guessing there is some kind of like fire safety thing nearby, because it would be dumb not to, even if it is just a fire blanket of some kind.
You could probably find a blanket. I would say this ship is not necessarily the up to code, we'll say. But we'll give you. So we'll just let's just do a survival check. Just whatever's at hand. around you, you can apply it to put out the fire if it's sufficient.
Okay, give me 30 seconds to just double check something. No, okay, none of those apply. Do survival. 20 total.
Oh, yep. Okay, so yeah, let's say that you take one of the. there's 4 seats in the co-pilot thing. You just like rip off one out from the bottom, and you like take the leather and just like start smothering the fire and slamming it down, and you manage to stop the fire before it encroaches any further and damaging further systems.
I'm just going to send a message throughout the ship as well. Just shoot them down.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So, as that message goes through, you all slip through the arc stream that sends you from one sector to the other, and the world around you begins to change, all in that classic way it does, like all like this. The starlight comes together into this vorpal tunnel, and you start careening through it. The ship's behind you, still following you, but by the end of the next turn, you should be on the other side. That's how quick this goes. But we'll go to Gwen.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes,
I have this great thing as a blood hunter called Crimson Right, where as a bonus action, I can imbue a single weapon that I'm holding with the elemental energy of my right. Can I do the... Okay, I do that.
Okay.
I use a bonus action to do my Right of the Frozen. And
how much damage is that?
I'm gonna find out. Let's see. Because I take damage, and it is my Crimson Right dice, which is a D4.
Okay, roll the D4, and we might do some retconning.
Okay.
If it's a fish.
I rolled a 2.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and say your earlier shot knocked one of them out of the sky. If you want to take the damage from the first time.
Sure.
Okay, so I will say that I'm assuming you're allowed to do Crimson Right more than one time, right?
Well, when I activate it, it lasts for a really long time.
Okay, cool. So we'll say
it lasts for like 8 hours.
There's only 2 following you right now, and you still have Crimson Right activated. And so you can shoot again.
All right, let's do it.
Or defense.
No,
Actually,
shoot him.
I shouldn't have retconned that because I let you guys get hit 6 times when you took one out of the sky. We'll just say, we'll leave it at this. We'll say, yeah. The shrapnel from the ship you shot pelted the ship. That's how it works. So, my bad. But we'll keep going.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna shoot it with a scary ice missile. Now.
Alright, do it. Roll the dex check.
Oh, or not. That's an 8.
So, as you come into the arc stream, kind of like everyone's stomach begins to rise, and you kind of like all feel like you're shifting a little bit, and you try to draw up your shot and you feel like you got it, but like reality is beginning to distort a little bit, and it just goes wide. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, which was going to bring us to Pace.
So, can I hunter's mark one of the ships?
Does it specifically say it has to be a creature?
That's my question. I'm just gonna click it so I can see. Yes, it does.
Then no.
Okay.
At least
then I'm just gonna think about it, and I'm gonna shoot him again.
Okay.
I'm gonna respond to Chris's message and be like, got it! And then I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
Hopefully. Really? It's a 6. For everyone at home.
Enu. Same thing. Just and like that's good. It's good though. It could have say you rolled a 2. If you rolled a 1, I might have made you shoot your own ship because I'm not that bad. But yeah. Okay, cool.
I respond to Chris again. And that's it.
Okay. Rash.
Okay. I'm just gonna frantically keep doing the same thing and try to help them shoot. Except this time I'm gonna try to help the gunners.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. create a macro for this, so it might work. Rolled worse. That's a 9.
Okay. Unfortunately, that doesn't meet. And you've tried to finagle with the controls, but you aren't able to get out of it the power that you want diverted to the gunning stations. Yeah.
Okay, so unless I can use a spiritual weapon to attack one of the other ships, I think I'm done for my turn.
It's
the only bonus action thing I've got.
I just got like a picture of like a battle axe
Sorry,
flying through space. It's like landing on the ship.
Yeah.
your mic is really quiet, but I did hear that. I don't know. I mean, you want to try it? You want to just try it?
Why not?
Yeah, why not, man? Just go for it. Because like, I don't think that would probably do much damage to the ship. But if you could maybe get it to, can it go through solid objects? Do you know? I don't want to open this door at all. But like for this, we'll say, all right, let's just roll. If you roll really well, we'll do something cool.
Yeah, might as well try.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never rolled a spell in here before, so we're gonna see how this goes when I just click it. Nope, that's only a 9.
No, yeah, that's not going to do it. So, so you create what kind of weapon did you create, though?
Oh shit! I think it would just be sort of an identical spear to what Rosh wields, and just trying to spear like through the glass of the ship, or trying to get some sort of sensitive implement.
So is it like a flaming spear? Like is that kind of your thing? All right, so this flaming spear is created out in space, and the gunners can see this clearly because they're looking behind you, and it appears in space, and then because you're moving so fast, it's just like right there, and all the shit goes, and then the spear goes.
And 20 feet per round, it really tries to keep up.
So
it's just like, matched. Oh, what?
Like it's like about to go, and then like a baseball bat just. But yeah, perfect. Okay, so that's gonna bring us to. I'm gonna delete captain from this. The ships. Which are going to take some shots. That's not fair. The ascetic monks that hate sun are going to take shots, and then they're going to crash into each other and die. And that was the game.
That it's at disadvantage.
What is? Oh, there's shot. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do all the shots at disadvantage for. I'm probably not gonna do that in the future, but I'm doing it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One careens wildly out. Actually, two miss, but 2 hit. And we'll see what gets affected. Let's see. So one of them is, forgive me. The gunners again. You take one. It takes 1 hit, but it's not enough to cause you to be. They're not. But the cockpit gets hit again. And it's not a great one. All right. So if you both, for me, can roll a wisdom save, please.
22.
All right.
19.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So it rocks you and like almost throws you off your feet, and the sound, it makes this piercing sound as like the steel itself is beginning to warp. And under these conditions, flying through the stream, it's almost more than your mind can take as far as like. But you both managed to like stay gritted and focused at the task at hand. Well done. That's gonna bring us to. Ooh, it did go up. I saw that. I think I know what I did. I do know what I did. Thank you.
It's fine. It's still the same order. Just the numbers changing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I tried to put in there. It doesn't matter. I'll explain it later if I need to. Okay. So that's gonna bring us to Bolster.
All right, Bolster. He kind of like now is like biting his lip really hard. He's like, all right, we just gotta cut out a few more of these sensors, and he does some more sensor jamming on the enemy ship.
Okay. All right.
Arcana roll.
I'm gonna I should roll that. Okay.
That's 20.
They pretty much have to crit to beat that.
I'm good at what I do. I
Oh,
mean,
they did so close. They got so close. But no, they didn't. Yeah, you keep on outwitting these monks that don't like drinking. Okay.
they're not too good
Well
with
done.
computers.
Nah. Okay, so that's going to bring us to Vincent.
Okay. I wasn't expecting to pull this out so soon in the campaign, but I'm going to attempt to shatter the cockpit of one of the ships that's following us.
Sure. What's the range on that?
It's 60 feet, so if that's too far, that's fine, and I can do another thing.
It's more fun to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that how the spell works, because you target an area, but then you move past it, like going like 1 billion miles an hour, or how much it is, and then so they're as it triggers, you're farther away, but they fly into it. So we'll say that that's how it works.
Cool. I'm sure that ruling is going to change
Yeah.
as often as we want it.
But it's more fun for right this moment. So
So
so it's like a depth charge almost, the way that
Basically.
it's going to work.
So yeah, they're gonna need to make a con save, and a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage. So hopefully that includes their cockpit windshield.
Okay. What's the DC 14? Okay, so one natural 20s. It manages. I'm gonna say it manages to avoid the explosion altogether, like veering underneath it, following y'all. But one gets caught in it full. Go ahead and roll the damage for Zapt.
14 thunder damage, and on a success, it's half damage.
Okay. So we'll say that the one that avoided it completely kind of gets shook around a little bit, but manages to find its course. But this one that you tag, it smoke and fire begins to crackle all around it. It doesn't seem to have quite met the threshold that it needs to actually shatter the glass. If you were close enough, you would see cracks beginning to form, though. Nice hit, though. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I should figure out if I can do spell sorcery points to return it to get the spell slot back. Yes, as a bonus action. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend all my sorcery points to get that spell slot back. But
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, Crystallum.
Okay, I am going to. I'm going to go for the dogfight.
This is the sound of shatter. That's what it sounds like. Sorry.
Nice.
All right, continue. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go for the dogfight. I want to try give our gunners some advantage on their attacks.
Nice. Okay. So that's a maneuver roll. You can use your proficiency for this. I think it's just 2 plus 10. Or I'm not 10. 2 plus your roll.
I think this one I make the check, then it's up to their defense to see if they resist.
Okay. All right. So
Also, in theory, if I was focusing on my aura sight sonic power, which would give me advantage on insight, since I'm trying to read their movements here.
wait, you're gonna. Sorry. What? Sorry. Say that again.
I can focus on one sonic power for now. So if I'm I'm trying to read them. So if I've got advantage on insight checks, will I have advantage on this by any chance?
All right, why not? Let's do it. So you get advantage on this roll. So do D20 plus your proficiency and dex at advantage.
That's 15.
Okay. All right. So this is versus their defense, which is just a static thing.
It's 8 plus their proficiency plus their wisdom.
Nope, that's not going to do it. So yeah, you beat them. You kind of turn the ship around, still maintaining your forward velocity, and moving backwards, and you've taken too many shots in the hole, so you manage to kind of, or in the cargo hold, so you turn around, protect that side, giving the gunners a really good vantage point for their next round. Nice roll.
Vincent sees Crystallum's green eye glowing slightly more than usual. But yeah, that's it for my turn.
Awesome. So, Gwen, as it becomes your turn, you come out of the arc stream, and behind you now, as you're facing the opposite direction, there is a massive cloud of like dirt, dust, and rock, which Crystallum knows to be the outer rim of the asteroid belt where the glacial anchorage is. It's about to get very crowded with asteroids. So you're now in this new sector, and the two of the ships pop out behind you, and one of them seemingly damaged.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try to take it down.
And you have advantage.
Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna shoot, I guess, whichever one I am closer to.
Okay, yeah, you can choose. You can choose either the damaged one or the pristine one.
I'll shoot the one that's already damaged.
Okay.
Well, I rolled a 12.
You have advantage.
That's with advantage.
Oh god, really?
It's just a little bit shy. It clips a wing, but doesn't slow it down. So close. Bonus actions?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. That'll bring us to pace.
How big is this ship? If I yell really loud, can anyone hear me?
Or
is there like a comm system like boof?
I was thinking about this. I feel like I just want to have there be a comm system that just like casts the message cantrip just in the ship. It has that range. I don't want to mess around with that.
I love that.
So we'll just do that.
Okay, that's all. That's just for my future reference. I wasn't gonna do anything with it. I'm gonna shoot the ship that's damaged. Dang it!
Okay, dex check advantage.
With advantage. Go. That's a 7. I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Whew. Well, you both avoided one, so that's good. But not great.
I just reach over, push the comms, and just start swearing.
Okay.
Lit.
All right. So, bonus actions. I'm not hearing any of that, my lady.
You are muted.
I forgot that I muted myself. Unless I can like. Nope, that's an action. I can't hunter's mark. Nope, I got nothing.
Okay. All right. So that's gonna bring us to Rush.
Okay. Since we have comms, I'm gonna hit one of the comms and be like, "Is anyone hurt out there?"
I can't hear you actually. So.
Oh,
Stefan.
Swearing.
no?
Swearing.
I said message, so we'll see you can telepathically hear it.
Oh.
And now that I'm saying that, I'm like, Defin's not that interesting of a condition in this ship. So.
We'll workshop it.
Yeah, we'll workshop it.
You'd hear Vincent say, just a light burn, I'm okay.
All right then.
I'm fine. I know he's coming.
Would the message reply have had to have been in the accent if it's mental?
Yes.
I'm going to make one last attempt to try to give our gunners a little bit of extra juice and hopefully not screw this up.
Okay. Yep.
15.
Well done. So, learning from your mistakes from last time, you managed to divert extra power into the railguns, and instead of advantage, I'm going to say that you all get 2 shots when it comes to turning again, because you've like this energy build up as the begins to move faster. But before it gets to your turn, I'm sorry. Did you have a bonus action? You want to try the spiritual weapon again?
No, I learned from the first one. Okay. In case anyone needs real bad healing. Actually, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to see Bolster probably has got things down here. he said burn, so I'm gonna run to the cockpit and kind of put myself in a position to maybe help with a fire because
Cool.
I feel like I'm good at that.
Yeah, you are. Okay, cool. So 4 more shots scream through the space. Wow, space.
Disadvantage.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Wait, that lasts for 1 round. Or did you
No.
just do it again? I
He
forgot.
repeated it.
That's right. You did. No, okay. It's like I'm really angry about it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You really wanted to burn us all.
2 miss, but 2 hit. Nice, because some of those damage rolls are insane. So good job. And it looks like, jeez, these guys don't hit the middle of the ship. They once again the cockpit takes another hit, and so does the cargo bay.
No!
Not my drugs.
Not my babies!
Okay, so I'm going to have Vyncent and Crystallum roll 1 more save, and we're not going to do one of those because that's boring. We're going to do a Constitution save.
I'm good at those, yes.
Natural 1.
Okay.
And I got a natural 20.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Christmas in September.
Okay, so Crystallum, as this shell slams in, you and Vincent kind of get thrown out of your chairs and up into the ceiling. Your head connects with the top, and you don't take hit point damage, but you are stunned for a turn or for this round. And Vincent, as you fly up, you manage to catch like a hand onto the seat and put your legs up and somehow cushion it, and like fall back down without taking any damage at all. Like, it's really weird. I don't know how you did that, but you did it.
You
and
hear
it
the
was
loud
very.
bangs Crystallum connects with.
And the Crystallum just flumps in a heat as it's kind of like his green eye just kind of like dully pulsing. Yeah. Okay. So that's your turn, which brings us to, or that's their turn, which brings us to Bolster.
All right, Bolster is like, all right, this ain't working, and he turns around, and I think he jogs over to where the engines are, and I think he's going to give us a little bit, or actually, he's going to try and give like a boost to the guns. Like, he's ready to just end this. So I think, let's see, where is it? Is it power boost? Is that what I'm looking for?
Sounds like a thing. Yep. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Wisdom Arcana.
Oh, Bolster failed.
Nope. That's not going to do it, unfortunately. This is something that you've tried before, but unfortunately, you weren't aware of what Rosh was doing in a way he was getting more speed and power to the guns. And so what you did kind of wasn't... You were trying to divert power through a line that was already resonating with harmonic energy. Some sort of science fiction. And so, so it didn't work for you. I'm sorry. But the good news is that it's not your turn anymore. And it's Vincent's turn now.
Great news. The best news.
Yeah. So, Vincent, you land deftly on your feet somehow, you cat of a man.
Sure. Let's see. Seeing that it almost worked last time, I'm gonna drop another shatter on him.
All right, to do it.
Makes me sad that I don't roll for this, and so there's no chance of wild surging on it.
Hold on, let me do this real quick. Because that's just a fun sound. Let me do saves for them real quick.
So yeah, another DC 14, and it's going to be half damage on a success.
Oh man, yeah, no. They both take it. They both take it. So
Come on, big numbers. 13 thunder damage.
Nice. So the one you damaged earlier, they both fly through this depth charge that you essentially left for them, and the one that was already damaged, like it completely shakes apart, like the wings spiral off, and a loud explosion as just this column of fire as it kind of travels out into the meteorite. But the other one manages to hold together, though it is severely damaged. And you enter the asteroid field as your pilot is stunned. so
I was hoping to get rid of him.
Yeah. So you can't really do anything, but do you want to have like any internal monologue for your turn?
What am I doing with my life?
How did I get here? Such your routine, pick up, drop off, no problem.
I was picturing elevator music.
Hold on, let me double check stunned, make sure that there's nothing else that you can do.
It's the dial-up internet sound.
So it's basically so you're incapacitated, so you can't take actions or reactions yet. So no, sorry, you can't do it.
Yeah,
unfortunately. But it just lasts for a round. But unfortunately, you enter the asteroid field. Okay, so Gwen, there's one more ship remaining. Let's see. Yep. So you kind of break through this miasma, this cloud of like dust and massive chunks of rock, and as they almost immediately, kind of like hail, smaller bits of the petals begin to rattle across the ship. Every one of you can hear this, just kind of smacking into you as you like careen through. Overhead, you see large chunks of rock, like miles across, kind of like turning, slowly revolving in space. And you also see the hollowed out husks of destroyed ships also falling in pieces around you. And yeah, it's not great. It's not great. There's a lot of stuff going on. So what are you gonna do? And this monk, he's determined. He's like, no one can have a good time.
This guy. I would like
please.
to. I get 2 shots, right? Because of
Yes, you do.
whatever
You get 2 shots.
the cleric did. Don't know what you
Yep.
did. I'm gonna take my 2 ice shots
Okay.
at him. Oh, but not with advantage. So let's turn that off. Well, that's a 1. Can I take the second shot, or do I just die?
So I'll say this. All right. So you can take the next shot, but so you overheat the weapon with this first shot
With ice.
and you have a choice. You can shoot again with an overheated railgun and get a shot off, or you can be sensible. But it's up to you. You can do
Well-
either one. I will let you take a shot.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna shoot it.
I do it.
I do have some iced energy kind of infusing the gun, and so
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that risk.
Okay, do it.
I rolled a 9 again.
Okay. The railgun explodes. Just the barrel just like splits open like that, and the shell kind of like careens off, smacking into a one of these kind of skeletal ships that are kind of floating by, and it explodes, sending dust kind of like away in space. It looks really cool, but yeah, your railgun is busted. Pace.
Oh dear.
No, I'm just kidding. But I am going to shoot that. I'm gonna shoot the guy.
Okay.
Guy. We're just trying to make an honest paycheck, guy. 19.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, and do another one, just for...
Oh. Okay.
And are these an advantage?
No.
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. I don't know why I said that. They shouldn't be. So they both hit.
Yay!
They both strike the vessel. You turn over, line up the railgun. Unlucky so far, but you're starting to get the hang of it. Where are the two projectiles hit in this kind of needle-like ship?
Needle-like, you say.
Needle-like, but they do have little wings in the back.
Oh, cute! I would like to hit it in the back, so it's like, oh no, and like goes spinning, and then it like kind of spins, and I like shoot it in like the needle part, and it goes like long ways.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you hit it in the back of the engine, and it starts like spinning wildly like a gyroscope or something, and then you train it, and then just like go total Zen samurai. Those aren't things, but like then you shoot it again, slamming into the front of the ship, and it explodes in a flower of fire and flame that lights up all of this basically ship graveyard that you are in and not yet entered into, but perhaps Crystallum will wake up soon and save you because it's not great. Okay, she whoops. Rosh, you come into the cockpit, seeing Crystallum looking. I would say, what do you look like when you look stunned, Crystallum? I'll let you describe this.
So Crystallum is just currently sort of sat on the floor, head in his hands, both the eyes like pulsating wildly with their different colored lights.
Yes, perfect.
Oh, he's doing the thing again, isn't he? All right. Can I try like a medicine check or something? Or what would be the check for the robot captain to try to fix it?
We will say, I would allow either medicine or arcana because it's kind of like a magical thing.
That's fine because I'm not proficient in medicine. However, I am proficient in arcana.
So this will only apply with Crystallum, like obviously, but yeah.
Okay. I know everybody out there is like, what kind of healer is this guy? That shitty one.
He's like a vaccination healer.
That is, however, a 19.
Oh yeah,
I was totally expecting a nat one. I'm not gonna lie.
so yeah.
Rip your head off.
So what do you think that looks like? What is doing an Arcana check on a Warforged look like in your imagination?
Well, since I'm using magic to fix the magic-y thing, I think it's just a surge of fiery light energy on my hands, and then just like grip paddles and that surge of energy through coursing through the metal body. See if I can jumpstart his systems.
Perfect. So as that happens, Crystallum, you kind of come back online. You're not a robot, but you know that you can just become aware again, and you're still holding.
My concussion is gone.
Yeah, you're still holding the choke of the ship, and you see before you unpleasant sight as these miles-wide asteroids are beginning to bring towards you. You know the glacial anchorage. What keeps it safe is this field, and it is incredibly dangerous. However, you are familiar with it. You kind of know how to navigate it. So I will give you some checks at advantage to fly through this.
Okay.
We'll do nature.
With advantage, right?
We'll do nature. We'll do nature with advantage. Yeah.
I'd like to point out there are two slightly melted spots with my hand. on his hand.
20 total.
So perfect. So you make your way through, and for viewers at home, nature also is like, I'm also using it to mean like astrophysics because that is to nature. TOO.
It's nature 2.
Yeah, nature 2. 2.0. 2018 fall holiday. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, Crystallum, you take control of the ship, snap up, and you like pull the ship aside, and it begins to like shudder. it seems like your ship has taken a lot more damage than you thought, and so it fights you, but you manage to find an opening through the kind of this morass of devastation. You even know amidst the wreckage and amidst the asteroids, there are also trip lines and landmines and just floating different booby traps that are meant to do what they do and destroy things. But you know where there are roughly, even though it doesn't move around a lot, and you manage to make your way through and you break through into an opening. We're gonna drop out of initiative. We're gonna drop out of this chase music, and we're going to emerge as before you approach the glacial anchorage, which I'll describe it for you real quick. So first off, I think you all probably have heard of this, if not from another source, at least from like Crystallum, probably brings it up. This is basically a haven for scumbags in the galaxy. It's also sometimes called the necklace. What it is a field. This part of the asteroid field has been joined together by a river of ice that is connecting all these different stones in kind of this helix pattern that's kind of spiraling around. It's and along these blue rivers of kind of ice, there you see like thousands of lights twinkling from this city that lies before you. And when you see that, you've heard that people call it the necklace, but then when you kind of see that, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. And but there's also like the saying, like, the necklace is but a lovely noose. So you're also on guard a little bit as you approach. Crystallum, actually, did anyone want to do anything in transit before we land you?
Just going around using the mending cantrip on whatever it's effective on.
Okay.
Trying to repair as much damage as possible.
I just send a message through asking someone to please check on the cargo hold.
Okay.
I sprint to the cargo hold.
Okay.
If it's Pace, make sure she checks on the non-living cargo.
I hit the communicator. No.
So I did not know that your animals were in the cargo bay when I did this.
Where else would they be? I don't know where else they would be.
I don't know.
Are they
Your room,
dead?
that's where they belong. Did you don't put your animals away?
I put my animals in a place where other people can view them.
That is why it's so hard to have roommates, Lindsay. Sorry. No.
Everyone
They're
loves
all
my
dead.
animals.
Well, they're gone
Say
now.
that, I don't even know who they are yet. I don't even know what I have.
Well, someone left the door open, Lindsay, because you weren't paying attention. You left them just rubbing around.
I was trying
Okay.
to defend them.
So, we'll just say, let's say, all right, your animals are there.
Uh-huh.
That's really ominous. We'll say your animals are safe. There's
Okay.
might be a few that are mildly concussed. You're probably going to have to mend some of them, fix a broken wing or whatever. It's gonna take some doing, but they are alive. There are no ruptures in the hull, so there's no wild space getting in. However, as you check on the cargo, many of the crates have been tossed, like fallen over and smashed open, and the room reeks of booze.
Ugh.
And it's a very powerful scent. And also some of the other stuff that's not booze is ruined. It does seem like more than half is still okay, but you lost a lot of the delivery. So
to my animals, I like pet a few of them, and I'm like, "It's okay, Mama loves you. Mama will be back." And then I go look at the booze. I'm like, "Oh." And
Can
then
I attempt to press to combination of prestidigitation and mending the booze back into the now mended bottles?
all right, let's see that prestidigitation, because I don't know how you're gonna make that work, buddy.
Make glow stick. Make glow stick. The booze is broken.
I mean, you can use prestidigitation to clean up stuff, but don't know if that
Yes.
just makes it go poof or how it gets cleaned up. But there's prestidigitation and then mending.
Okay, so you can fix the broken bottles.
Mhm.
You cannot, and you can clean up the booze. You cannot put the booze into the bottles.
You know what we can put in the bottles? Water. As long as they don't check those bottles, they don't need to know anything happened.
That's true. That's definitely a good idea to send like bottles of water to people who are expecting the boozes.
Y'all know we got a business to run right here. We can't just be doing all this garbage by like putting water and stuff. Like no one's gonna trust us after that.
Yeah, plus that would be lying, and we can't do that.
I'm sorry, is everyone in the cargo hold?
Comms button.
Hey, and like, Pace has been leaning on the button that's like sending shit.
That's 100% likely.
To them. I just want to land. I'll land. They can do their own thing, and I'll deal with the mess.
Okay, so that was for more of me joking around. Are you all actually in the cargo room right now, like joking about this?
I'm sure I would have told them.
I'm not joking
I
about this,
would've-
but discussing.
Yeah, I would have pushed the button and been like, guys, the cargo is broken.
Okay, so you've been did you bother to mend the bottles, Vincent?
Yeah, because in the worst case, I can just stockpile them for when I eventually get a glass furnace thing and use them for materials.
All right, cool.
I'm standing at the entrance so I don't set the fumes on fire with my hair.
Bolster is outside of the ship, inside of Samathes, trying to like mend little pieces of the exterior just while we're flying.
Sure, we can do that. All right, so
should I just add a bunch of bottles to my inventory or something?
Are you carrying them on your person?
Or, no. Vincent's too weak for that. He's already nearly heavily encumbered.
I'll get a handout for a party inventory. That
we should probably have a ship cargo handout.
Okay, hold on. Just a second. Be patient. Just kidding. Let's see. Edit. Players' journals. All can be edited by all. Okay, so. I ignore the damage for that. So I threw something into the crew. That was a working thing. I was gonna work with very large amounts of damage. I'm like, I'm just gonna have ship damage. Mean it's a different thing. Okay, so you have one railgun now and an arc light engine. Okay, so you can put all your bottles in there. So, so discombobulated. That was so much fun, everybody.
That was awesome.
That was pretty cool.
So you, as you land your craft in a kind of a clearing of ice in this part of the necklace that you know is near your contact, you like their engines roaring begins to subside. And this really disconcerting clanking noise of things that have come loose that really, really shouldn't is like kind of making you all really nervous as the ship kind of settles down. As you are mending the mending that you all are doing is making a sort of cosmetic difference, but there are other parts that still, a lot of the metal is rusted and a lot of it needs newer parts to it. And some of it just like can't come together. It's just like too much for mending to take care of. But you land on the ice. It's pretty dark here. There's got a very dull glow. There's a dim light coming off of Erkos and Einstadt, who are the twin red dwarf stars in the horizon. And they cast kind of a hazy glow over this bustling city of thieves and miscreants. And the city itself is kind of built like jigsaw-like, with scrap metal and prefab materials that they've scavenged. Nothing matches.
So
Nothing matches. History checks from everybody.
I have a history with this place, so...
You don't have to roll.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you don't have to roll.
Not one.
Yeah, can you call it your rolls? 7, 3, 11,
22.
Okay.
11.
19.
Okay. So 22 and a 19. Okay, cool. So for You all, those of you who rolled like lower than like a 15, you just know that the ships that you see are from like are definitely from different eras, but you don't really know much about them or don't really recognize anything in particular. But what you all notice, I'll say what you all notice first. That's easier. You see things that look like bits of hull and fuselage from crafts that you don't necessarily recognize, but are old and cobbled together with pieces of half emblazoned with this this icon of the red swirling radials, which is the Galactic Concord sigil, and that's a current thing, which you all know about very intimately. Which is, the Galactic Concord is kind of just this loose kind of confederation or cooperation of all these different entities, these sectors that have kind of come together, and they work together to kind of police and control trade and making sure that it's kind of like the EU, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Is they all kind of work together, but they are all separate entities as they come together in this Galactic Concord. But the sigils they do seem kind of recent. They look like they're from recent Concord cruisers with conspicuous burns. Dr. Seuss here, conspicuous burns lashing across the otherwise gleaming white metal. But those of you who rolled higher than a 15, you see some far more ancient ships here. Some of them seem to be even from the Arlean Empire, which you two know about, which is not the first group of people to go into space, but they are the first to dominate it. And as such, the years that the calendar that you're using is based on when they got to space. Their year 0 is when they got to space. So, Arleans, the Arlean Empire.
Do the ships look like really nice and new, or are they like super old and janky?
Most of them are janky, but the Concord one seems new.
Okay.
But did you want to do anything with that?
Bolster just kind of points them out and says, "Oh, look at those old things. They've been around forever." Something like that.
But he only lives to 13, so what is forever mean to a mouse?
Yeah,
it's true.
Would I know who those ships belong to?
What was that?
Would I know who those ships belong to?
I'll say you recognize the Concord ship, definitely. I don't know that you know. You may or may not know about the. Actually, roll for it. Let's just roll for it. I didn't think about that. Yeah, roll for it.
Do a history check on that bit.
Yeah.
Well, normally.
Yes.
22.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You do.
Like to get more specifically, do I know who they belong to within the anchorage? Or...
these the way this is lined up, it's almost like a wall. It doesn't seem to be necessarily owned by. There might be an individual that owns this port, but
okay,
you're not entirely sure like who owns these parts of the ship, that sort of thing. Yeah. 30. So I thought it was 13. Thinking of Aarakocra, I think. Okay, so as you all are kind of like, I guess, are you exiting the ship as you land?
Before we exit, it's just, right, remember, don't piss anyone off, don't get in anyone's business, no one will care if you get stabbed.
I might object to the stabbing bit, but noted.
If anyone takes a problem with me, then we'll have a problem. I won't try to cause any.
Sure you won't.
I
believe
know.
you.
I know you can all hold your own. Just try and keep it cool. That won't be hard considering the weather. And then I open up to the full force of the weather outside.
Yeah, and this just shockingly cold wind flows in. Oxygenated though. You can breathe out here. Apparently, there's something about the nature of this ice where a very thin atmosphere kind of hovers just above it, but it's blisteringly cold. Might want to bundle up, get a sweater and a scarf. Are you always warm, Rosh?
I would assume so. I assume it's like Game of Thrones reference. I assume it's like Melisandre and just walking around in the cold, like there's no big deal to it. But that's
yeah. Okay. And if anyone makes a Frozen reference, I'm just gonna end the call right now. Nope. The timer's passed. It was earlier. But okay. So so we'll say even you feel a little. You're like, this isn't great. But you feel comfortable. Everyone else is needs to like bundle up.
Pace is super bundled and super miserable.
Okay. So as you all disembark, deplane, spaceship, as you all de-spaceship out of your spaceship, greeting you, kind of coming through this like a little bit of a mist. There's a little bit of a thin fog that's like going over the ground in the ice. A figure approaches you, kind of wearing a hood. You can all of you can tell it's walking with something similar to like a limp or something. And as it approaches, and like the lights, all the like sparkling lights that are kind of like in these strands that are kind of going across the walls and connecting buildings in the distance, you see a white-scaled dragonborn. It ambles towards you, and when it comes closer, you see its face, noticing that the scales on half of its face are missing, revealing black and red bubbling scars that snake down the left side of his face and neck, disappearing beneath his neckline. And the left sleeve of his tunic hangs empty. He regards you all with pale eyes, as the rusted, smoking Arcturus behind you. At this moment, a large piece of paneling falls off and clangs into the ice.
I'm gonna have to fix that later.
Maybe some of you are startled by that. I don't know. That's up to you for your character. But and like this is like sounding like kind of chewed ice as like cracks begin to form from the panel that just fell off. He's like, how did you manage to get here in that?
Well, it weren't easy.
But it was fun.
To be fair, it didn't look like that when we left.
Yeah, running from the monks helped with that one.
Monks. Did you meet the purifiers?
Yes.
What a bunch of buzzkills. I don't know. It's good to see you, Crystallum. And before you, standing Hecris, your old buddy, your old pal.
I'd give him a hug.
He hugs you with one arm, kind of like, but in front of him. He doesn't want to get poked by your crystals. He's like, do you have the delivery?
Delivery's inside. It got roughed up slightly, but we can work out the payment.
What do you mean, roughed up?
Some bottles broken, some stuff slightly spoiled from spillage.
Well, we will do a new tally, and we will figure that out. But I can still sell whatever remains. So he's going to tally up, and for all the hits that you took, you lost the amount of gold. So I did the math for you, and you managed to make from this deal 600 GP.
Hey.
It was a lot more, and now it is 600.
We took a lot of hits.
I did my best.
Okay. So, okay. It is 8:30, so I'm thinking we're going to take a break right now. But before we go take a break, I'm going to say a couple things. So, you have arrived at this, I know it's not a space station, but this asteroid city of lots of fun. And we'll go over some of the different things you can do there. But your ship is heavily damaged. You've got some money, from you all each bring to the table, and you've got 600 from your crew funds. But you'll probably need to figure out how much you need to get things fixed to get back in running order. And then your task will be to, if you want to, you don't have to fix your ship, but I'm assuming you want to, and get out of here.
Nope, this is where we live now.
Yeah. So think about some different things you want to do. I'll just say a few possible things that there are here. Let me find my thing. Normally I want to just do this out of game, but I want you all to think about it. The first session with the sandbox thing for me, I feel like it's I'm just waiting to see what you guys latch onto. So I'm being a little bit. Gosh, where did I write this thing down? Okay, all right, here we go. All right, so there are different things. There are casinos here, okay? There are weapons dealers. There's blood sports. There's there's races of different kinds. Maybe dinos. We don't know if they have them here, but there are definitely solar sail races that happen in the canyons. There's probably, you're in a hive of scum and villainy, so there's probably people who would be happy for you to do things for them and pay you for them that may or may not be untoward. But just think about it. Think about what your group would do to try to solve this little problem. But we got Gamaster. Hi, Gamaster. And yeah, so let's take a break. Let's keep it brief. Let's do 10 minutes. I want to say 5, but let's just do 10 minutes. Let's be real. I want you to shoot for 5, and then we'll meet in 10. How's that? So 8:50. Yeah, that's right. That's math.
8:50.
We'll be back, and we'll continue. All right. Welcome back. Okay, everybody. Okay, so where we left off is right here. That's where we left off, right here. So you are all standing in the cold with this white dragonborn that Crystallum seems to know. Named, have you said his name to them?
I haven't yet, no.
Okay, yeah, this white dragonborn.
He is white dragonborn that I have hugged so far.
Yeah. How many times have you been seen hugging anything, Crystallum? Just by these with you, these 5 with you, have they ever seen you hug another thing?
They have not. This is the first time.
Okay, all right.
Are you sure that knock on your head didn't do more to you, Chris?
This is an old friend of mine. His name is Arcturus. We've served on a ship together before. He is the source of our contract and hopefully not just transporting goods.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you, Arcturus.
What happened to your face?
Experience.
Pace, that's not polite.
I meant it nice. It looks nice.
Which half?
This one. The scarred one.
He doesn't think that's serious. But he's also used to this kind of thing, being a pirate of sorts. So he's like...
She's super not charismatic, so she's totally serious, but...
He's like, well... Do you have a place that you want to stay?
On
Well, we got
the
some work to
ship?
do first.
Who am I responding to? What?
Sorry. Go for it.
It's like, we have rooms on the ship. Why do we need to pay for room and board here?
So
Yeah,
you
that
said,
sounds like
and he
it.
looks at your ship. He's like,
As another panel just falls off the side.
Yeah, actually, one of the landing gears just like buckles. Like, you can still sleep there. You can still sleep there. It's just a fun comedy moment.
Yeah.
Well,
That is a hammock.
we can stay on the ship, but it is quite rude to refuse someone's hospitality.
I was not offering.
Well, then we can stay on the ship.
Arcturus has a stake in one of the nearby inns. He was just inquiring for a friend's benefit, no doubt.
Yes, they're the most popular of all of them is the Casino Flush.
Well, I'm sure we can lend them some patronage in the form of food and drink, but I will be bunking in the ship.
I'm so broke I can't even pay attention. All right, let's get these bottles sold and maybe try and figure out how we can fix this darn ship.
I will have someone pick up the wares shortly, and I will have your payment at the same time because that's convenient.
Well, that's awful nice of you.
And he looks at you weirdly. He's like, not sure why you said it's nice. It's just like the thing that you paid for, you brought, and he's taking it now. He's like, I guess that's nice.
This is how transactions work, Pace.
What?
Blap, blap. So, he will wait. Is it? Will offer Crystallum. He's like, I know you don't need to, but would you like a drink for old times?
I would gladly join you. And before I go, turn around. Bolster, you're in charge of trying to find materials to get this repaired. You probably know where to look.
I can't. Got it covered.
Pace, just do what you do. If you get the extra gold, that's fine. When Roche, if anyone goes where they shouldn't, you know what to do. Vincent, I've got no idea what you do, but just do that because it seems to work. I'm gonna have my drink.
Okay. So, I think he actually is what he's gonna do. He's gonna just take one of the bottles from like the store that you brought him. He's gonna take one of that and invite you back to his place, which is like really modest, barely anything there, but basically just only like a table and not even two chairs, just the one. But he assumes that you don't need to sit, and he'll just like pour a couple of drinks into some kind of dirty cups, and you can drink and hang together. And in which we'll have actually stuff happen. Mike, he'll probably talk to you about some of the stuff that's going on in Glacial Anchorage, but we'll get back to you. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to let's do the whole thing. Let's start from left to right. Gwendolyn, hey, what you want to do?
Well,
Or you can talk this out in character in the group if you don't know yet. It's also an option.
I have a couple of thoughts, but I need to ask my team members about them. So I will
What's
do
up,
that.
Buttercup?
Well, we need money. I have very badly busted one of the railguns, among
Is that
other
what
things.
that sound was?
Yes.
More sparks just fly out of the gun.
Just like smoke.
Generally, what I would do in a situation like this is go into town and find someone who needs help or something scary killed for money. So I can do that, and someone can come with me, or I can stay here and guard the things.
I'll come with you.
Do I need to guard the things?
I thought they were taking the things.
Well, not right away.
Let's say right away.
Right away,
Oh,
they're
look,
taking the
there's a guy.
things.
Right there.
Look, they're already gone.
Right. Problem solved.
They're already gone, and you have and the
Wow.
upper right hand corner of the HUD on your menus. There's like your money goes like bloop, 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 to plus 600.
They must move so fast because they're so cold all the time. In that case, I would like to go into town and Witcher style look for a notice board or a general person who looks like they know what they're doing and find out if there are any contracts around or hey, we're looking for somebody to do a thing and we'll pay you. And I'll take with me whoever wants to go.
I'd like to put on my fancy edict cloak and join Gwen and see what I can find in the city. And maybe there's a temple or something.
Spoiler alert, there's not.
I don't know that.
Not a temple for that, anyway. So the two of you begin to go to town. Does anyone join them else? Anyone else join them also?
I'm also going to go in that direction.
All right.
And I think Bolster's going in that direction too.
All right, Vyncent.
Low 5.
Yeah, I mean, Vincent is probably sticking with Bolster to help him in procuring materials for repairing the ship.
Okay, so what we'll say is that the two of you maybe hang back a little bit and assess the damage. And I wrote something up for how much is this going to cost you.
600 gold.
Uncanny.
Hold on, I also have to roll some additional things to figure out how much damage is it. Bear with me. Sorry, I meant to roll this earlier. Okay, so this is going to cost, the extent of the damage is going to cost you 1,600 gold.
Yeah, I think maybe once we figure that out, we actually go follow the rest of the party and we need lots of money.
So with your 600, that's just down to 1,000. And this is to, I didn't include the railgun in this estimate. This is to be able to handle I'll say that you can do intercept speed, which is just kind of a slower speed of moving around. You can fly around from asteroid to asteroid. You cannot do faster than light travel with the condition that your ship is in. You can't go back into an arc stream, the condition it's in currently. So your ship is not totally ruined, but it's also not effective.
Stuck in this location.
You're kind of stuck in this sector right now. Okay. Yeah.
We got some work to do, man.
Which was not intentional. I just rolled really well / poorly, depending on your perspective for that. So,
can I remove the old railgun and sell it off for slag?
You can. Yeah.
Well, just like the destroyed one that we're replacing anyway.
Yeah. Your mic is still having that issue where it's just dropping volume, and then it'll be fine sometimes.
Well, that's great. I apologize.
Are those battery powered?
No.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Anyway. We'll say you sell it off. I will figure out how much you get from that. Probably won't be much because it's essentially just metal.
I can attempt to persuade them and be it has some ice enchantments ready.
Hey guys, you who live in an ice block, this is cold. This is cold metal.
But
Funny story.
Used.
Funny story. As soon as the weapon leaves my hands, the Crimson Right goes away.
Gotcha.
It just it melts off. It's this is permafrost. I mean, it's just a normal amount of frost, but it's fine now. I'll figure out how much you can possibly. Don't think it's going to be a lot, to be honest. Probably a smattering of gold.
Would it be better to sell it for slag and get a new one, or to try and repair it, which would be better cost-wise?
I think repairing it, because you really only have to replace the barrel.
Okay.
Most of the, I mean, you could sell like the barrel. You could get like a gold or two for that if you wanted to, for just raw materials. But it's almost not even worth it. Yeah, you pretty much just need a new barrel, and to be both forged and fitted into the system, and plus magic, like getting that all the magic circuitry working with it. Yes. So I'm trying to think of who to start with right now. I'm gonna start with the group of. Okay, actually, I gotta. Now that I've said all that with the railgun, what are you and Bolster doing right now? Like.
Probably following along.
Okay, so the five of you are moving together. Okay.
Yep.
So you go around, and there doesn't seem to be a mission board anywhere. You do. Let's do investigation checks. Who's taking the lead on this? Instead of everyone rolling, I'm just gonna have one person roll, and with advantage, with like help action from all of you. So I just want to see who wants to do it.
Pace is straight up looking for a
Who
woman.
has the highest investigation?
Mine's pretty good.
I have a +0.
All right, roll again with it. You get because you have advantage. Okay. All right. So, you learn about. Do I have? Actually, let me just see real quick. I want to make sure that I do have different, slightly different audio. All right. So, yeah, you're wandering around looking for things to do, trying to overhear things. And what you find is one person who seems to be asking different mercenary groups in the area. There's a few of them moving around that seem quite scary. One of them, actually, let's take a moment. Let's describe this place as you're moving through this hodgepodge city built of like wreckage that's been kind of constructed of these different ships that have crashed here over these centuries. You go through, you see just about every type of everything. You see like goblins and orcs and humans and elves and bears, oh my, and everything. You see little oozes kind of scooching along the ground. In the distance, you see a tremendous shape of a giant in the distance, like their head coming over a rooftop, like lumbering by. There's a lot of people, and they all don't seem to take notice of you all because they are used to weird things. But there's a lot of people like laughing and drinking, and some people fighting. Nothing that's coming to blood quite yet, but it's just a kind of loud, busy, bustling street. And Bolster overhears one person who is trying to talk to a mercenary, a member of I wrote them down, but I can't find them. Pardon me. Okay. So talking to one person who's wearing like kind of a blue tunic, and also there's what looks to be the kind of the galactic symbol of kind of like a musical note on it, and this individual just kind of like looks at him and he's like responds to this person who's like talking about this job that you don't hear the details of about quite yet. And he's like, the song's not taking jobs like that anymore. We're on retainer. And he turns and walks away. And the guy who's trying to seems dejected, and begins to kind of like try to accost other people who look like they might be mercenaries, trying to tell them about this job.
Bolster kind of looks back at the crew. From on. By the way, Bolster is like riding on top of this right now, which is just large. You guys have nothing.
It's so little. It's very, very little. It's like you're not a D&D mouse. You're like a literal mouse.
I'm a little mouse. Okay,
See, that's better.
Can I yell? How's this?
That's better, dude. I think it might just be proximity.
Holy crap! I'm just gonna.
Oh no, don't do that! Don't do that! You sound like you're in a World War II plane.
Oh no!
Like, okay. Yeah, just a little. Split the diff, and we should be good.
Okay.
Yes.
So I just look back. I look back at the crew, and I'm gonna try not to move my face. It's really difficult. I look back at the crew, and I say, I think I found a job. And I'm riding on top of this mech that's like kind of hovering in the air as we go. It's kind of a floating, flying mech, which is kind of fun. So that's a thing. And
if I push on it, does it like bob in the air, or
just a little bit? Yeah, it definitely does.
I do. I so do.
All right. So yeah, I guess I whir over to that guy, and I'm like, pardon me, pal, but I heard you were looking for some folks to do a job.
I go with Bolster, like bodyguard style.
I go with not intentionally bodyguard style, but 6'5" and beefy.
I compliment the man with the blue tunic with the musical note on it on his apparel, and then I go and I help Bolster.
He kind of just looks you up and down, not really sure. You're like trying to weigh whether or not that was a proposition, and he just kind of like walks off awkwardly. So it's a good thing that you all came with Bolster, because Bolster doesn't look that intimidating. He's a little mouser.
But we
so
do.
like, so Bolster, you kind of you get his attention, and he looks at you, and he's like, kind of wants to turn around and look and walk away, but the rest of you kind of show up. He's like, yeah, I do need help. Do you have a ship?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I need some help there in the just the next sector from here. There's a planet nearby that we need help on. I need some people that I haven't heard from in a bit. That I just need someone to go there, and I gotta check out after them and make sure that everything is right and operations are moving just as normal.
Well, that sounds pretty simple. How would I know? Like, I think previously you said we couldn't leave this sector very easily. Is that right?
Like, literally can't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Bolster is just gonna say, "Well, honestly, we can't even leave this sector right now. We gotta get some work done on stuff."
You gotta get work done on stuff?
Our ship can't fly.
What?
We got shot a lot. We also did a lot
I
of
did
shooting.
not know that when I asked people if they had a ship, that I also needed to include a little asterisk, and that's, does it fly?
Yeah, it doesn't fly. I mean, it can.
Well, I mean, yeah, it'll fly. I mean, it'll get off the ground. If you got to get from here to there, it'll do it. But you know, we don't travel to sectors right now. We're still working on that.
Why, you got some sort of weird religion or something? What's going on? Why can't you travel through sectors?
We got shot a lot.
Yeah, we got shot by a bunch of monks.
Huh.
I don't know why I turned into like an Italian guy all of a sudden. That's the worst.
We
could have been flying.
I guess that tracks. How bad's the damage?
It's around like 1,600 gold. You know.
Ooh. Well, I mean, if you get your ship back up and running, just get back to me. Because, sorry.
Well, I mean, if you can't find anyone to do the work, you could help us fix it.
I like that you're like eating an Oreo while you're doing this. It's perfect.
He considers your offer. Persuade him, please.
Guys, why did I have to be the one to say this? You guys.
Persuade him.
Can I assist
This is the best.
somehow?
Please,
Well,
somebody.
no, before you roll, how would you assist, Vincent? Come on, don't BS me, boy. How do you assist?
Help.
I
You
mean,
don't just say like, I help.
No,
You
so,
have to come up with something.
so remind me. He said he needs us. The people in trouble are in a different sector. Or is it within the
Yeah,
same sector?
they're in an adjacent sector.
Okay, so like just on the wrong side of the limit of where we can get to currently.
Just on the other side of the tracks.
Again,
So I would say
didn't plan for that. Just rolled it.
I would say we are willing and able to help you and your friends, but we need a little help from you first if we're going to be able to help each other. You know, classic scratch our back, we scratch yours.
All right, roll persuasion.
Do I roll or does Vincent roll?
All right, I'm gonna say Vincent, you roll straight, no advantage.
Hey.
Oh no!
With my +6, that's a 7. But
Okay, so as you're like making this case, just Oreo crumbs begin to fall out of Pace's mouth as she's just chewing with her mouth open.
I mean, if you help us.
And he's like, it's just like kind of streaming out, and he's
like my sharp teeth and like lizard eyes, like, hey.
and he's just like a little bit off put, and also just not entirely sure that he thinks that you're competent enough to do this. He's like, it's like, why would I pay you fix your ship? Did you just fly off and never come back? I can't trust that. I can't do anything about that.
How about you fly us there, and then we take care of the problem, then you come back and fix
Well,
our
I
ship.
mean, if he could fly, I mean, he wouldn't need us.
Do you need us for the muscle, or do you need us for the ship?
Well, I have a ship, but it's just a single seater, and I do need the muscle. So, you don't have what I need right now. I need to be able to get a group of people who can handle problems to a different sector. And you all seem to be more of a problem than a problem-solving group. He doesn't laugh.
Ouch.
He's very serious when he says that.
I respect your opinion.
Well, do you know of anyone that needs help, like, on this planet?
Sister, everyone needs help on this planet. Everyone. What? So he kind of sees you and kind of calms down a little bit, but because you are the probably the I don't know why he does. He just responds to you well. I guess you're probably the least monstrous thing right in front of him right now.
I'm just an elf.
You're just an elf. Everyone else is a little bit monstrous. Even you massive rat of a creature. But
Oh, cuddly.
So he's like, I mean, what kind of work are you looking for?
Anything, really. My specialty is sort of killing bad things, but
Well, everything's bad here too. So if you're more of a fighter, there's there's some competitions you can do. You seem like a nice person. This is not a nice place, okay? This is not a nice place. There are some arenas where you can get into some matches. You can make some money if you can, hold your own, do that whole he kind of pantomimes. And he's
How tall is this guy?
5 foot.
Oh, he's so small.
Yeah, he's little. He's like, if you like fighting, you can do that. If that's your skill, if that's where you put your 10,000 hours, then yeah, you can go to the arena. There's lots of blood sports there. Your mouse has got some allergies, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't handle the cold well. He's very small. All right, well, we thank you for your time.
For what? Oh.
Hey, if you fix your ship, let me know.
And what was your name again?
Good question. It's Petra.
Petra.
I'm writing that down too.
Sketchy quest giver.
Yeah.
I just wrote ship guy.
All right. So let's go to Crystallum because we haven't been there in a long time, and he's muted, or they are muted. Crystallum, what's up?
Oh no, I was just saying about the quest giver that it's got the exclamation mark above his head, but it's not lit up. It's just kind of muted.
It's
There's a little
grey.
crack in it.
Yeah, you haven't unlocked that
Flickers
part of it. Yeah.
occasionally.
So, Crystallum, you're hanging out with Hecrus. You are chatting. What are you chatting about? Tell me. Well, I mean, he's not a very talkative person. I imagine that you aren't either. So maybe some of it's just like a lot of silence between the two of you.
A lot of science and drinking.
Yeah.
Remember when this happened? Yup.
Yeah.
about
Just
it.
like, yeah, I don't remember. Yeah. So you talk, and as you were just kind of like mostly just sitting there and doing what just not necessarily communing together, but communing adjacently.
Yeah, we're not even looking at each other. Sort of. I'm now just sort of slouched on the table, like not really looking at him. He's probably sat at an angle, just facing away.
Yeah, but I think, you know what? I think he's comforted by this because you are a familiar face to him. And while he lives here and he's like familiar with people, you are someone he trusts, which is a valuable commodity here. And so he's just enjoying that you're in the room with him right now.
And like, come on, who here would just walk into a bar, try and talk to some random stranger they don't know for a quest? You don't know what could happen.
So I think as you converse, he kind of gives you a little bit of a lay of the land and tells you that since the last time that you were here at the Anchorage, that last time that you're here, what's his butt? Let me see. There's the guy who is formerly in charge, Melkar, you've learned was ousted by a new entity, someone named Uriel. This is a little bit strange, not strange to you in the sense that like power is exchanging hands here, because it does quite frequently in the Anchorage. But Melkar was a tough dude. But Hecrus kind of explains to you that that the reason it just happened, it was almost a bloodless coup in some sense. Like just this Uriel showed up and she had the backing of the song, which is a mercy for the rest of you who are just listening, but you already know this, Crystallum, is the song is a mercenary group made up entirely of giants who are the actual muscle. And were you at this, and that person that you all saw on the street is just like one of their kind of people who like basically a PA, just a person like just like getting coffee run for everyone else. Like that. That's
intern.
Just like, just an intern. Everyone in the song is a giant, and they are an incredibly expensive group for a good reason, because they do nasty things. And so this Uriel shows up with a song at her back, and they're not taking jobs for anyone else, just her. And she takes power almost immediately, almost overnight. ousts Melkar, doesn't kill Melkar, which is normal. Like Melkar's still alive, and he kind of says it was like sort of a power move, leaving the one still alive, so like everyone can kind of see. I don't know, just like that she doesn't fear having enemies near her. But yeah, so that's kind of what he's just idly chatting with you.
Brave. Has a lot of money. Is the gold still moving the same ways or differently?
It's mostly the same. She runs things as fairly as they ever are here. As you know, whoever runs this place, it doesn't have a great effect on operations as they are, but we still, many of us, have to pay a cut to her, as is standard and tradition. Do you just kind of sit silently from there on out?
Just carry on drinking, chatting.
Okay.
Odd random comment.
All right. Let's go back to the group of five. What do we want to do here? So where you're standing, there are, you hear lots of people like down the road. I'm imagining you're just kind of like ambling around looking for something to do. And you see several like casinos kind of in this one street that kind of branches off in this jagged kind of lightning bolt shaped street that kind of zags throughout the ice. You see you hear this kind of like hum, like this loud kind of droning hum as overhead you see these whizzing shapes of people on solar stairs, like kind of like windsurfing, like through the air, like careening overhead, and you hear like some people like looking up, like checking the colors on the sails themselves. They're like, and some of them seem really excited by what they see, and some are really bummed out about it. Like as they kind of are tracking who's winning this race. Yeah. So and well, I should go back here and see what you all are doing. I will say that. Oh, you're all still here. That's good. So I said that. Okay. So for pace and pace. You're the only one. As you all are moving by, you kind of notice that as you're moving through the streets that there is, there are people moving in every direction, but you notice that there's one that seems to be following you. You kind of, do you want to be furtive about your look back?
Yes.
Okay. You get a little, and blink, blink, and you see a small figure.
How small?
Bolster size.
Oh, that's very small.
Very small. Kind of yellow skin with this dark hair that's kind of wiry and almost childlike looking thing with a cleft lip. You see a little goblin baby boy who is following you around at a distance, and he has kind of oddly piercing blue eyes.
Ooh. I'm going to surreptitiously nudge Captain and basically tell him to go get him.
Okay. All right, so do I get him with a grapple?
Yeah, he's gonna fly up and then go grab him.
Okay, yeah, let's kidnap the child in the street. That sounds good.
Hey,
let's
he's following me. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Because I want to tell everyone from home, if a kid follows you, it's basically yours.
Hey, we gave away my nephew once for a giveaway.
That is true.
How I think.
That is true. We did give away her nephew on stream about a year ago.
It was tragic, but it had to be done.
It had to be done.
Also,
All right.
I just would like to point out, Pace doesn't know how to deal with people. So
We had no idea. So I guess that's an attack roll, you maniac?
not like harm him, just like grab him by the elbow, like under the armpit.
Yeah. Roll me the attack roll. I know what I said.
Okay, I'm just saying. I know what I said. Well, the only attacks that Captain has are bite.
Well, we're not going to roll damage.
Okay,
Just
good.
roll it. We're going for the attack roll here.
Hey, don't suck, Captain.
You just grabbed him
Yes.
because he's not wearing an armor because he's a child.
Everyone's small to me. He could be a child. He could be an adult. I don't know.
All right, so claws around the shoulders, and I'm
Just
going to
lifts
give.
and brings him back. I don't know.
Okay, cool. Because I knew this was going to happen. So we're gonna we're gonna have him try to wriggle out because that's what any good parent teaches their kids. Like when a dinosaur grabs you around the shoulder, make sure you got to wriggle and roll. Wriggle.
Sorry, guys.
Darren, wriggle and roll. All right, so
Changing my note. He's Darren now.
so yeah.
Sorry, Darren.
I'm gonna say probably that doesn't get out. Although I'm gonna have you do do your choice of athletics or acrobatics with
Oh, I closed it.
Cap.
Come back, Captain. Where you at, boy?
So you have your claws around him, and you're attempting a grapple. I'm gonna say.
Okay. So my choice of acrobatics or athletics, you said?
No, actually, athletics. It's only athletics. I don't know why I said that to you.
I was.
Because
So
it is not true. Ooh, he just wriggles out, just
Dang
barely. All right, so he like lands it in this really skittish little creature.
Why?
Like here's like sees the shadow, and kind of ducks out of the way and starts running off into the crowd.
Hey.
Do you pursue?
I look back and I look at everyone. There was a kid trying to follow us. I tried to grab him, but he's gone.
What? You just grab kids? Are you what's just?
Nation?
I mean, I didn't.
I mean, he was just a kid. What if he was hungry? What if he was just a hungry little ankle biter down there, and he was hoping we would feed him some?
He was like your height, though.
Yeah, but he's just a little guy, like a youngin. You know, like a I don't know, like a knee baby. You know.
I try to look around and see if I can track where there is a running scared child.
I asked Captain to come back.
I didn't hear Pace describe the child.
Oh, I didn't.
Just looking for a scared child.
I'm gonna say investigation and disadvantage.
That's a 15.
Are you kidding me? Okay. All right.
Wow.
You
We were shooting.
okay. So yes, she rolled. Did you say the 15?
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah. You see the child? He's like, and you see him like just as he turns around a bend, and just down an alleyway.
I just sort of shake my head at everyone, and then follow him. Not like at a sprint, because I don't want to look like I'm just like running down a child in an alley. But
is that bad?
at
Or?
a graceful kind of.
I guess we're doing this then.
I guess so.
We're following a child down an alley.
Is
Okay.
that bad? Is that weird?
So, Bolster is going to fly 40 feet into the air, if that's possible. Ryan, I'm not actually sure. But yeah, he's going to fly 40 feet in the air and kind of get a bird's eye view of what's going on here.
Say what? How? What?
He's riding on
your
his mech.
Your mech. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. But yeah, you fly up. You fly up 40 feet. Fly up straight 40 feet, and then just to get vantage point.
Yeah, just to see what I can see.
Okay. At this angle, you can't see him better. Because he went around the corner and he's real short, and those ceilings real tall. And that angle, that's just not a reasonable thing for you to expect me. I can't believe you even asked that of me.
I'm sorry. I don't know how high the buildings are.
So you know, no. You go up, you see more giant heads just kind of wandering around, and those probably are a little more interesting. But I'm gonna say let's give you a little bit of element of chance here. Give me a perception check. If you blow my mind, if you blow it, then maybe.
Wow.
I'll let something happen. Give me a perception check. Okay, yeah, you did it. So you, from your vantage point, so the way that this alley goes, it kind of sharply turns to the right and then goes to the left, and like some miracle, you see this like little shape, and you see for like half a second.
All right. Guess I'll follow that kid.
What is this game? Okay.
I don't know. I see. All Bolster is thinking about is like.
Oh, that was a 19. Everybody.
Like apologizing to the mother. Like that's what Bolster was like thinking of doing.
So me and Bolster chase a child down an alley.
Where's your mommy? Yeah. So yep. Sorry. Continue. Sorry.
Nope. So I was like, so me and Bolster just chase a child down an alley.
Okay, cool.
Are following more sedately.
Okay, so where is everyone at? Are you still in the air, buddy boy? Little mousy poo?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So as you move forward, there are where your elevation is, Mr. Mouseman. There are lots of twinkling strands of lights that are kind of dancing, like Christmas lights almost. The way they're kind of like tied loosely on everything and connecting. You're kind of avoiding them as you're like flying through, and you can begin to see the lights around you flicker. It kind of flicker on and off and on and off. And Pace, you see this as well. The two of you, when you see this, you are not happy about it because you start to have a flashback to rat agents, the grid walkers. Because this is the telltale sign of what happens right before they show up.
Da, da, da.
And then on the roof, on the roofs near you, specifically Bolster, several forms into thin air, just standing on different sides of the roof. You see 3 figures, and they see you kind of go. That's the sound that your mech makes, by the way, Cannon. And they all look at you, and we're gonna do a little bit of initiative for the 5 of you. I'm sorry, Crystallum. We'll come up with something. We're gonna do initiative.
Pace wasn't trying to steal the child; she was trying to save the child.
Yes. Okay,
No,
so
it'd be really weird how Chris from my crew like did anything to upset a child, but kind of just have this feeling.
I got that shiver down my spine, like Pace did something really stupid.
Yeah, I also didn't expect this to happen already. By any means. I gotta bring out the chat. Let me clear the chat. Hold on, let me clear everything. And
oh God, who rolled a 48?
No. Sorry, let me put you in manually, bud, because.
So you said Buddy's little companion pals don't have their own initiative?
Correct. We're not gonna do that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Question: we haven't had a rat. This is all the same day from that last fight.
Same day. This is like an hour later, you little busy bees.
I know.
Yeah. So, gosh, I have to roll for these guys. I've got to pull these sheets up. This wasn't supposed to happen today.
Someone was following, man.
By the way, No, I'm not gonna say it. Oh, we'll leave a little bit air of mystery, but nah.
But
nah. So let's do this and do. Pardon me. Okay, where'd the initiative check go? It's right there. Is that all right? So if you rolled Bolster and Rosh, and you might need a roll again, we'll put you in your previous roll. So, well, I'll just give you your new roll. Whatever. Let's just. I'm not going to be.
Yay!
Okay.
Hey.
It's so much better.
Yeah. We'll do that. That's fine. Because I was slow with the initiative tracker. Pardon me.
I like this music.
It's really hard to find music that like is upbeat, but like also doesn't wear you out in like after like 20 seconds. So all right. That said, I'm starting to be worn out by it. All right, so okay, guys. Actually, man, I kind of want to actually not do Rosh because like you don't know. I don't think that you know that anything's going on up there. I feel like so. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the people up at the top go and Bolster go, and then I'm going to go. And then I'm gonna do you, and then we'll go with the rest of the initiative order, okay? And then we'll do it as normal from there on out. Yeah. So just because they haven't done anything yet, now you don't have a context for understanding that something's going down right now.
No, it totally makes sense.
So what's gonna happen, Mr. Rat Dude? First off. They're going to, one of them pulls out this net behind him that like sparkles with this electric energy and he hurls it at you, but he rolls so bad, y'all, that he falls off the ceiling. He falls off the roof and immediately plummets down 2 stories and like lands in a heap with the rest of you all. So actually, I'm gonna go ahead and nix what I just said because he rolled so bad. I'm gonna say, all right, now Rosh, you can act from this. There's someone in this sitting before you, or like in a heap of either have this like this net with crackling electric energy in it. He's face planted. He's wearing this armor. It's got these like what looks like a club or a baton at his side, and you see movement happening up in the roof. What do you do?
Okay, so am I going before Pace and Bolster?
Yes.
Okay. Because Pace rolled higher than me, but...
Oh, she did? I'm sorry. Sorry, let me reorder.
Okay. I saw her give me a look, and I would have felt really bad if I had gone before.
So honest.
Sorry, I ordered it late. Okay, sorry, Pace, you see this.
Yes, hello. Is there anyone that looks clearly like a leader type, like a captain of the crew type, like the boss man of the game?
I'm trying to think if you can see from here.
I'm 6'5".
Yeah, but you're an alley and they're standing on a roof that's like 30 feet, 25 feet above you.
Well, then I jump on the roof.
You can do that. Oh God. Yep. Okay, sure.
I jump straight up.
You jump on the roof, you maniac. Okay. All right. So yeah, you jump on the roof and you see three boys up there.
Are they little boys or are they like evil?
Nah, two of them are like seriously average boys, and then there's another one that's like a more than average boy. So yeah, I don't know if like they're if leadership is determined by like where you fall in the median of averageness, but yeah, there's one that definitely seems tougher than the other two.
Great.
Not counting the one that fell on the floor below you.
I'm gonna hunter's mark the more than average one.
Okay. All right.
I'm just gonna click that so we all know.
Okay.
I'm just like, And then
So,
I'm gonna shoot.
A little icon pops up ahead. That it's got Hunter's Mark on him. All right.
And I'm gonna shoot him. And I have advantage because he hasn't done anything yet. That's a natural 20!
Ooh, this is a good start.
Okay, yeah, I think that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Also, Hunter's Mark damage. Also, is he a humanoid?
He is, indeed. So roll
Well-
that damage twice.
How? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Well, so is Hunter's Mark doubled?
Yeah, 2d6.
Okay. And then +4 because he's or +2 because he's a humanoid.
Plus 2 because he's a nerd.
So 19, 25, 27 damage.
Are you kidding me? Okay. All right. That's fine.
Sorry. I hate
Yeah,
it.
that's
Wow.
Wait, what level are we?
All right, say it again. I know, right? All right, so say it again. Sorry, 27?
19, 25. Yeah, 27.
Okay. So, just want to pull back the curtain real quick. You know what I was gonna do with this guy? He was gonna stand by and not and participate at all. He's like, ah, we got this. I don't need to contribute because I'm that. He was gonna Vegeta it, and like, but you hit him with 30 points of damage, so he's gonna be like, okay, I'm involved now. That's what you did with your critical hit. That's what you did. Okay. Good move, by the way. Very good move.
Thank you. Vegeta it, that's a verb.
Yeah.
Yeah. With my Iron
He was gonna
Man
do that for
jump.
like 12 episodes. Okay, all right. So he's involved now. That's your bonus in your action. So you are done. So
Yeah, and then Captain is
alright.
going to once again fly off my back
Oh
and
yeah,
try
that's
and
right.
attack
You
him.
have a freaking animal. What's
I
wrong
do.
with you?
I like to kill things.
Okay,
All right, he's gonna try.
what's he gonna do?
He's gonna try and stab him.
There
with-
aren't any kids around. What's he gonna do?
He's gonna go stab that guy that I just attacked.
He's gonna stab me as a sword? A pterodactyl with a sword?
His beak is like 2 feet long.
Okay, all right. So carrying a
19.
short sword in his beak, he takes a slash and he hits.
Great.
Okay, roll damage.
So that's 10 piercing damage.
Oh yeah, okay.
Sorry.
All right, okay.
And then Pace just looks at him, just like, I hate you. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, he looks at you. He's like, he looks at you. He's like, I was gonna Vegeta it.
Oh, and then Captain flies away,
Okay,
out of reach. Of
that's the
sword.
T-shirt. Captain flies away. All right, which will bring us at long last to Rosh.
I know. What do I do to follow up that turn?
Wait,
Bolster had a 22 though.
What? Did I skip him? How?
You skipped
how did
Bolster.
Yeah, you skipped.
I skip? How?
you moved
I
on to
assumed there was
Bolster,
something
and then it was
special going
on.
Captain's turn.
All right. What do you do, rat boy?
Rat boy.
Rat boy.
Well, first of all, he's going to point his finger at Pace just like this, and he's gonna cock his thumb like this, and he's gonna cast Regret Resonator.
What is this?
This is actually just Sanctuary, but it's Bolster's version of Sanctuary.
Okay.
So basically, they have to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw in order to attack her. Now,
what?
since
Wait, you aim this? Oh, okay. All right. Let me see this real quick. All right, it's a warded creature. Okay, so anyone who attacks her has to do a Wisdom saving throw.
yes, or
How long does that last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
But
Get out of here! No, this stuff is broken.
It's 1 minute. It's 1 minute.
It's 1 minute. 1 minute.
But
is it a
sorry, 1
concentration?
minute. Sorry, 10 minutes is a different thing. Sorry.
But it
Never
breaks
mind.
if she attacks.
It breaks if she attacks. Got it.
Oh,
Okay.
it does. Oh, I didn't
There-
realize that. Okay,
There's the balance then. Thank you.
The
there you go. I did not realize that. Okay,
Mine is
well, cool.
so bad.
Okay, all right, cool. Done. Well, that's still good for this round. Like,
Yeah,
with
that
your
helps.
initiative order, that's an amazing spell. That's a
And-
stupid spell.
Sorry.
All right.
So that was the bonus action, and now Bolster is going to go ahead and shoot Vegeta with his light crossbow.
Okay. Yeah, as you do it, as you shoot at him, he brings out his freaking huge sword and smacks your bolt away. He's really upset now.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't get to click hit, son. You don't.
Okay.
Because he's all right. Anyway, so is there anything else you'd like to do? Anything else you'd like to do?
That's all I got. I'm gonna stay in the air because I'm not going
for
near
a
that.
little bit. You're gonna stay in there for a little bit. We'll say all right. Let's go to Rosh now.
Oh wow, is it actually my turn now?
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
No. Okay, so this guy's on the ground, like in front of me right now.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna be really lame and just stab him with my spear because.
Okay.
All right.
Advantage.
All right.
I gotta pull up their sheet. What's their AC?
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Advantage!
That's a 6 with advantage.
All right, man. I'm gonna have explain to me how you miss. Can you color that for me? Because I can't figure it out.
I imagine what happens is I'm going to stab, and suddenly I see Vegeta up there take this just mega shot with the arrow, and I just freeze for a second and just watch that, and I imagine I just don't follow through.
Just like drops the spear, like it'll hit, right?
Yeah, just.
Perfect. Awesome.
I want to do something though, so I'm gonna follow up bonus action, cast spiritual weapon again, and because why not?
Yeah.
And I'm going to. Everybody else is attacking him, so I'm gonna try to attack Vegeta with it if I can.
Okay. Okay, do it.
Yeah. All right. That's not advantage, so we'll turn that off. Guys, they're taking so long. It's only a 12.
That's not gonna do it. He's enraged. He's enraged. I mean, he just moves him aside and this flaming spear over his shoulder. Yep. Okay, so that's gonna bring us to the first. The one on the ground is gonna get up. Really embarrassed. He's really embarrassed, guys. He's trying not to look you all in the eyes. But what he's going to do, he's going to get to his feet, look at you all, and then he appears on the roof, and still holding his net. And he's going to try again. No, he used his action. I forgot. He doesn't move. He's still on the ground. Forget him. Forget that guy. He's still on the ground. So the other two on the roof are going. One is going to actually one's just going to charge at pace, and pulls out this baton that crackles with this lightning energy, and he's going to swing at you. There's a 16 hit.
Do the wisdom saving throw.
Oh my gosh. How quickly I forget! Saving throw was... that's not going to do it. So what happens if he fails?
He's just like, I need to choose another target or lose the attack.
Okay, he's going to get that rat! So he's gonna he's like, and then he jumps out at you. I'm gonna make him roll acrobatics for this, actually. Oh no, he bungles that. So he jumps out at you and goes like, and then falls down. He doesn't. He lands on his feet though at the bottom. He doesn't like fall down like his other lame dude does. These guys are not turning out the way that I thought they would, but I love it. So he's gonna land down there, and then he's gonna take just a wild swing at one of you two, one of the three that are still down there. I'm going to do a D3. And it'll be Gwen, Rosh, Vince. So at you, Gwen.
Oh god, I'm part of this fight.
Yeah, he's going to take a swing at you. It was a 12.
That misses
me. So that's
me.
not going to do it. He misses. Yep. So he takes another swing. This is going so well. And then the other one is going to try to do the wisdom. He doesn't know about the spell, so he's going to do a wisdom saving throw to see if he can attack pace, and he passes.
Oh, he does he?
So he's going to hit you twice.
Oh no.
Or going to try to. A natural 1 on one of those. But then a 17. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit.
Okay, well, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage plus 8 points of lightning damage. That's 19 damage total.
Son.
If you're doing the math, which I am, because that's the kind of DM that I am and want to be.
So 11 plus what?
8, so 19 total.
19.
Okay, so he's smacked, but you're lucky that you didn't hit with both. That's all I've got to say. All right, so which brings us to Gwen.
Oh wow, this guy just took a swing at me. And I am not pleased about that.
Wreck 'em, girl.
I would like to use my bonus action to put my Crimson Right of the Frozen on my sword that I have, which means I take damage.
Okay.
It's a 1d4. That's only 1.
Nice.
So I do that. And then I will take my rapier and try to stab him.
Okay. So there's 2 down there right now.
Oh, God.
No, so
Whichever one just swung at me.
There's okay, yeah, the one that's not prone.
No, that guy.
Okay. So what did you roll?
Well, that's 9.
Okay. He ducks out of the way as your what do you have? A great sword? Sword?
It's a rapier.
It's a rapier.
It's
so
fancy
no, he doesn't.
and graceful.
So he kind of like goes like ooh, like that kind of move. Moves his torso out of the way. As your deadly rapier narrowly misses him. Narrowly misses by a lot. Cool. So that's just your bonus and that's your action. Okay, so that's going to bring us to Vegeta, which I'm going to rename so I can keep these. No, I can't rename it. Why can't I rename it? Okay. Anyway, so you know what? He's gonna get you, Pace. He come get you. Okay. So he's going to do a wisdom saving throw, and he passes with flower and colors, and he's going to swang at you.
And
holy God! He rolled a natural 20.
oh, it's only fair.
Okay.
Goodbye, everyone.
So 20.
Goodbye.
You take 38 points of damage.
I am immediately unconscious.
Okay. So many of that slashing, but also some of it psychic as your mind screams.
Ah!
Okay. That was just his first hit.
Bye.
He's going to take another swing at you because he's really upset with you. At advantage. And yeah, so what's your AC, Madeir?
It's 16.
Yeah, it's 16. And he
so
rolled?
I just fail a death save then?
Yep, you fail. So your 2 fails. So you have 2 failed death saves. Because he's really mad at you.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder why.
Yeah. He's not dealing with this. Okay, that's his turn. That's all you can do. Or is it? Vincent.
Okay, how much of what's happening up there can I see from down on the ground?
You just, for Pace, cry out, probably, in bad terror.
And no, So probably don't see any of Vegeta peeking over the side of the roof or anything.
Let's say, I mean, you can see it's kind of scuffling, but you can't. It's hard to tell from here, like what's going on up there now.
I mean, I need. Is it a creature that I can see? Can I see Vegeta at all?
Sure. Let's say you can see him. He's standing on the gutter, like real cocky.
Well, that cockiness will not fly, so I'm gonna magic missile him at level 2.
Okay. All right. Oh, nice damage too. So that's 4 of those?
Yeah, I'm just gonna send all of them at him, so that's 20 force damage on him.
Yeah, they all smack into him. Dang. So he is hurting, bleeding pretty badly. Well done. Well done, dude. Anything else you want to do?
I believe that's everything I can do. Yeah, because I only have action spells.
Okay.
No bonus actions for me.
Cool. All right. So before Pace makes her saving throw, we're gonna cut back to the room with Hectorus and Crystallum. And Hectorus is just kind of. It's almost like what is it? King of the Hill is like. He doesn't say anything. I don't know. I didn't have anything jokes prepared for this but I would have been great if I did. He's just kind of looking. He's like, "Where do you think your friends will go?" He'll say. It's a dangerous city.
No, man, probably should to the nearest tavern or bar to try find some poor sap. Maybe then to the market to do what I asked and probably at least attempt to start repairs on the ship. Pace would probably then do something stupid. The others will go along so they have no choice. For all I know, they could be in a huge fight with one of them dying by now.
Well,
That was smart.
It's probably best to check up after them. This can be a dangerous place. And we'll stop the session there for now, and we'll get back to this.
Oh, with Captain.
Whoa!
Captain screeching in terror and agony.
Yeah. So, sorry, that's not what I thought would happen.
It was great!
By any stretch of the anything. So anyway, hey everyone, thanks for watching. This is YouPickGaming. We are playing this game called Wildspace, and it is wild and both spacious as well. So thank you so much for checking in. We have like YouPickGaming for Twitch, YouPickGaming for Twitter, YouPickGaming for YouTube. You get it. No spaces. Just YouPickGaming. All one word. You got it. So thank you all so much for checking in. Thank you to all my players who are doing such a great job. And this is so much fun. And we will bid you all good night, and we will see you all. I don't know when because I'm out of town in 2 weeks, but we'll figure out another session to pick up from then. And amen.
Amen.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.